Hi Stampers, it's super awesome stamper Shirley Merker. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator from Sun Prairie, Wisconsin, USA. I'm excited to be sharing this greeting card with you because we feature a very old technique. It's called rock and roll. And this was one of the card kits included in my 2-card kit pack if you purchased $50 or more, excluding shipping or tax, from my online store using a host code in February of 2021. So let's get started. Grab your pack, and it's the crumb cake pack. And this crumb cake is scored in half because I need to slide it into the envelope. And here are all the supplies included in the kit. So let's just set the supplies aside. And so I've already done a swap out. I've embossed the front with the ornate floral embossing folder. So I thought it fit the theme of all the florals on the pretty pattern paper. So I'm just going to take my bone folder and run it along the edge so it'll lay a little flatter while we're assembling. So go ahead and stop the video and emboss your card front because it really adds quite a bit of wow to your card. Okay, so before we get to stamping, I'm going to assemble some of the pieces so that we have less things on our bench. So this is the Night of Navy, and the Night of Navy measures 3.5 by 5.5 inches. And the reason why I'm using the green glue is because I embossed that card base, so it helps the layer kind of sink into all those indents with that embossed piece. All right, now your next layer is going to be your 3 by 5.5 piece of this pattern paper. It's from the Flowers for Every Season pattern pack. So if you don't like the blue and tan and just jade flowers, you can certainly have this just jade pattern up, but I want the flowers up. Okay, and now I'm going to switch to my tape runner because the green glue, you can see the green glue through the Whisper or the basic white. Sorry, we got a new supplier of white, and it's no longer called Whisper White, it's called Basic White. So just a strip of our Stampin' Seal along either edge. And then this little piece was the piece that was left over after I cut down the pattern paper. And instead of me just putting it in my waste bin, you got it. And we'll decorate up the inside of the card with that. Okay, so next we're going to get to some of our stamping. So I'm going to pull in my paper piercing mat. Oop, that's not my paper piercing mat. Here we go. And we need to stamp the sentiment and the best wishes. The sentiment, the best wishes is the sentiment. There we go. So I'm going to stamp that in the Night of Navy towards the top. And your piece, there's a front and a back side. So this is the back side. And the back side is the piece that doesn't look completely formed with all the dashes. So the die presses into the paper and makes a more pronounced looking dash on the front side. So that's just at the top of that one. And then I gave you a full piece of this Whisper White so you could do your Hummingbird. So the Hummingbird comes from the Touch of Ink stamp set. It's a celebration option for February of 2021. And when you purchase $100 or more, excluding shipping or tax, you can redeem the Touch of Ink stamp set. So my first layer, or my first ink, is the crumb cake. Okay, I'm going to do this twice. I'm going to stamp off. I'm going to twist it. And this is the one that I'm going to use for my actual Hummingbird. So we're done with that one. Set the crumb cake aside. And then we'll pull back in our Night of Navy. And open up the shaded spruce. So I will stamp the actual body, the outline of the hummingbird in the Night of Navy. And I just let the weight of the block usually ink up the stamp. And then go over, press, or ink, transfer that ink to the image that has the second generation of the crumb cake, because I just want a little bit of a shadow there. All right, now I'm going to pull back in this block, and I didn't clean it. It still has, no wait, yes, this block right there, sorry. Had a little moment of panic there. No panicking in stamping, right? So we're going to do the modified rock and roll. So what I'm going to do is just dip the wings into the blue, the Night of Navy, and you can do however much dipping you want. I kind of want to do a nice little curve there. Dip of the wing. Dip the wings to get the tip of the wings. And then I want the body in the shaded spruce and the bottom feathers to be, I'm going to switch my arms there to have the shaded spruce. So again, modified rock and roll. Rock and roll is you just dip in the edge of the stamp in a secondary color. I don't want to get any on the head. I just want to get some on the chest. And I see I did get a little bit on the head there. That's okay. I think I got it on my sample as well. So you've got ink all around your block, so just don't dip your hands underneath your block and you'll keep your hands free. Okay, and then just layer it over your hummingbird and press down. And there, you've got a rock and roll technique. So I can see that I have darker color, more saturation on my one I did with you versus the one I did over there. Although colors kind of lighten up a little bit, especially these darker colors when they dry. So it might dry a little more. And it'll be different every time you do the rock and roll technique. So then the next step is to fussy cut. So we don't have a coordinating die set for this one, but just grab your paper snips and cut around the image. It doesn't take very long. You can sit and hum to yourself while you fussy cut. Sing your favorite song. Get your vocal cords moving a little bit, even though you might be alone in your stamp room. Turn on your favorite music and hum along or sing along while you're fussy cutting. And let's see, what else can I talk about while I'm doing this? Celebration. We only have till the end of February 2021 for you to earn this stamp set. So it's called Touch of Ink. And this stamp set is featured in both of my make and takes. So if you purchase a $50 or more order through my online store using a current host code, which is found on my blog at superawesomestamper.com, you'll get mailed these 2 make and takes along with the YouTube videos. And also, I'll open up a Zoom room so we can sit and chat while we make our cards. All right, so next up is the layering. So let me grab my tape runner. And I wanted it off to the side, off to the right. Circle is die cut with the crumb cake from the stitched shape framelits. And I should mention the rectangle is from the rectangular collection. And then the little piece of Night of Navy was a leftover piece when I cut down these larger pieces. And that measures 3/4 inch by 2 and about 3/4 inches. So I just put that kind of towards the bottom. We're going to heavily weight the hummingbird towards the bottom. And then just apply a piece of tape runner for the ribbon. And the ribbon is from the Flowers for Every Season collection as well. Then we're going to pop up the Hummingbird. So here's where our mini dimensionals can be used. You can use your regular dimensionals as well. But if you want your Hummingbird to have stability, the mini ones work fine too. Okay. Last up on this card would be your string of pearls. So I gave you 5 pearls. And I meant to do 3 on the right side and 2 on the left side. So we have an unequal number, which is pleasing to the eye. And there we go. We've got our Make and Take card for February of 2021. So here's my sample card, and here is the card I just created. You can see, yep, my tip of the wings are going to be darker than my sample, but that's okay. Like I said, every bird is different. Every card that I make with a bird can be different too. All right, before I sign off, I'm going to show you, give you a little catalog tour and show you where the products are that I used. So this is the Touch of Ink stamp set. Like I said, you need to purchase $100 or more, excluding shipping or tax, in order to receive this stamp set for free. So the images are larger than what's on the front because they would not fit all on the front. So the butterfly and actually the butterfly is this butterfly right here. So it's way larger than what's on the front of the case. So just so you're aware of that. So that promotion goes on through February 28th. And then the rest of the supplies that I used are the Crumb Cake cardstock, the Night of Navy cardstock, both in the Neutrals collection, and then also the Basic White. So I mentioned that we changed suppliers and it's now called Basic White. Here's the Flowers for Every Season pattern paper pack. I use this pattern right here in the upper left-hand corner. And then the Basic Pearls. Basic Pearls is number 2 on page 156. You get 3 different sizes, 140 pieces total. And then the ribbon that I use is part of a combo pack. You get 3 different ribbons in one combo. It's number 19 on page 161, the Flowers for Every Season. The 2 die shapes that I cut for you, the one came from the rectangular stitched, and the second one came from the stitch shapes dies, the circle. Then the last product that I used would be the Ornate Floral Embossing Folder. All right, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed creating your kit with me. Hope you enjoyed our Zoom room if you're able to attend that. And you can still place an order and I will mail you the kits. If you missed the Zoom room, maybe you can catch us next month for that one. All right, thanks for watching. This is Super Awesome Stamper, Shirley Merker. Bye.